Day one of coming to site was definitely my oh my God moment. I think the scale of how big everything was coming from my working experience before this, to see how big the things out here are and the true understanding of the mining industry was very much of an eye-opener. And, you know, my perception of what this industry was and then what it was when it came out here was very, very different.
It was a challenge. I loved it. It was quite a humbling experience to come in here at first because you just don't know what the day would entail, what kind of challenges would you be facing. You might have things that you take for granted, like water running out of bores, rooms not having electricity, things like that. But it's what made it fun.
I think achieving the construction schedule that we set out was probably the biggest challenge along the way. Ultimately, here we are at first production, so we've achieved that.
As the numbers grew, and then people start to move into the Dragonfly Village, then it started to become a bit more real. And then the works where the land was being cleared and then all the machines were coming in and the trucks and things, so that was a bit daunting, and yeah, we had to be on top of everybody.
Obviously, Liontown's a new company, starting to get all their procedures and policies into place. Having to work around those, of not having them in place to start with on the ground, was a bit of a challenge. New team bringing together, making that gel and getting the structure right was interesting. We got there in the end and we've created a great culture out of it going forwards.
A fast, big project like this has so many different challenges. I think the big one is still people, in a sense of you do have a lot of new people coming in, so it's that adjusting and then getting them all on the same page. So I think that was a big challenge at the start.
You've always got to be on, I suppose, for your 12, 13 hours you're at work, and then you got to try and switch off for your 8 hours that you're not at work and you're trying to do, whether you go to the gym or go for a run or go to the bar, whatever it is. It's it is quite taxing.
We've had significant scope changes here on site, just by the nature of we were originally looking at what do we need from an IT perspective on site, from what do we need during construction, what do we need as part of the permanent facilities, what do we need from outside resources to support that. What I would say was the biggest challenge is then taking on the security systems requirements for site, from a CCTV and access control throughout the camp, throughout everywhere on site.
What's difficult about projects is just the sheer volume of the challenges along the way. So there's certainly times when it is overwhelming just by the volume. It's rarely one thing. It's usually a combination of a lot of things happening all at once, and your ability to get a team to work through those challenges and issues so that one by one they're knocked out of the way and suddenly that massive challenge becomes something that everyone sees they can achieve.